This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Recording has started. Hello, and welcome, once again, to Superconnectivity. I'm your host, Charlie, the Professor Esser, and with me, as always, is the man who leads us boldly into that good night.
James T. Kirk. Phil me and Perich.
That's the one. Hey, Philip. Good to see you again.
Hello, Charles.
Hello. Yes. So the thing I want to talk about today, a few things to talk about today, but the first thing I wanted to talk about is the Disney Plus.
Why, whatever is that, Charlie?
That is what they're going to be calling the Disney all-in-one streaming network. You know, well, you have your DC Universe over there for those of you who apparently don't have Amazon devices. It's not for Amazon. And you can't watch it on the website. It's like so annoying. It's like if you're watching it on TV, they say get the app. It's like, but your app isn't supported by my device. Just let me use the browser to watch it. It's like, no, we don't want you to. So
what, on the computer?
No, on my TV.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just realized like later today because I was like gonna watch the Teen Titans last night, but I like couldn't get the app to work on the thing. I just realized today I could have done the thing where you like throw your phone onto the TV. You know, You push the button and it projects it.
The mirror. Yeah.
I should have done that, but anyway, so I haven't watched a lot of the Teen Titans yet, so I will not be participating in the big groundbreaking Capes and Lunatics episode this evening. But others will be, and you should certainly scroll up and and watch that as well. But Disney Plus is Disney's answer, and we have our first statement. Well, we actually have two statements about what is coming to Disney Plus.
I was going to say, at least one confirmed. It's been talked about, but it's been confirmed.
Yeah, it has been confirmed. Tom Hiddleston will be back as Loki. Da-da-da. Now, question is it Tom Hiddleston as Loki, or is Tom Hiddleston narrating the life of young Loki?
Oh, no, like young Loki, like young Sheldon.
No, I thought young Indiana Jones. You know?
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, those of us who are of an older set, Philip, we remember this show called Young Indiana Jones.
I remember that, but I was just putting in reference for the today's youth.
Yeah, but no, but I would love to see Kid Loki having adventures throughout the cosmos. But I would also like to see Tom Hiddleston back as Loki, and the adventures of Loki sounds fun. I want to see him face off against Venus, man. People don't know that Loki's first appearance was in Venus issue 5, I believe.
Yeah, but they're gods though too, so it's like how far back would you have to go for it to not look like Tom Hiddleston? I mean, it could be like 500 years in the past and it could still look like Tom Hiddleston.
Well, of course, that's fun. Although, it's different for gods, as we always say.
True.
So very excited about that because we do love Loki, and it's also something that we can look forward to with Disney Plus.
Yes,
I did watch a little bit of Titans on the DC Universe app.
Did you get to the F Batman part?
Oh yeah, I got to the F Batman part, and honestly, it's a good show. I enjoy it. I still don't know why they changed Raven's name to Rachel, since Raven is an actual name.
Yeah.
That's like the weirdest thing for me about it. It's like, Rachel, Raven's a real name. Although maybe it's kind of like one of those Doctor Strange names, like, oh, we're using our made-up names.
I mean, there's still mystery in her past, so I mean, her real name could be Raven, but they might have changed it to Rachel. It seems like people were trying to protect her from her father, so.
Yeah, Yes, Trigon. Oh,
because witness protection will work with Trigon, of course.
Yeah, well, why not? I really like the dynamic between Raven and her mom, because it reminded me of Carrie's mom, but if Carrie's mom was nice.
Okay.
You remember Carrie's mom?
Yeah.
Carrie, dirty pillows and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all gonna laugh at you, but it was that same kind of religiosity, but also maybe within this perspective of someone who's being driven crazy by. I guess maybe the argument is this was like Carrie from Carrie's mom's perspective. Like, she was just like, no, my daughter really is a freaking demon, and I love her, and I'm trying to protect her from all the demonness that's inside her, and sure enough, that's what we get here. But no, the other thing, and this is something I had been complaining about for a long time, was why is it the only rumors we're getting about Disney Plus is Marvel shows, and that is not the case today. Disney is doing a prequel to Rogue One.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the Hispanic actor, I forget his name, coming back, and he's going to be doing the adventures that led to the adventures that were Rogue One. So that's going to be exciting. And it does show that Disney does have a deeper bench than just Marvel characters, which I think is good.
Yeah. Well, I think we said that before. What was it, a week or so ago? It's just, they have Marvel, they have Star Wars, they have all the cartoons, like all that like Mickey and
Run Sweetums Run, man.
Yeah.
They got to do Run Sweetums Run.
Muppets too. Yeah.
It just writes itself. Don't you want to see Sweetums traveling the country like the fugitive?
Yeah.
But he's like not running away from anything. He's running towards something. See, that's the thing. You always have people in TV shows running away from something. Why is no one ever running towards something?
But I just wonder if Disney will do like the same price as like DC Universe, but they'll, their ad will be like the big collage of everything they have. Be like, well, is this worth the price? Marvel, Star Wars.
Yeah, well, but the difference is that there's something you're gonna like in Disney.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's something for everybody. I mean, even from everything from like your youngest children to like adults and.
Yeah, well, exactly. And even like you can actually even throw those Muppets into that Adult Swim area because, that's where they started. They were originally, CD Muppets. They were originally,
But I mean, also right now on the Disney Junior channel, they have a new updated Muppet Babies series too. Yeah. So
I'm not as big a fan of that.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just old school. It's like,
but I'm just saying, you want to entice the parents to buy it. I mean, you got something for your kid, everything for your young kids to. Oh yeah, no, it is. Honestly, it's the one that's probably going to be the most worth the $10.99. Or whatever their price point's going to be. I mean, I do wonder if they're going to be the first ones to go to $19.99 model. Wouldn't surprise me. I wonder if they would fold Marvel Unlimited or like the regular Marvel app into that, so you could read because DC you can read digital comics on there.
Well, yeah. Well, I imagine they might. And for what it's worth, I don't see why they wouldn't.
And then plus you got Star Wars comics too. You can have the Star Wars comics on there too.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can have a lot of things on there, and it would be really. Honestly, it would not surprise me if Marvel Unlimited is not baked in.
Yeah.
To the Disney Plus model, or
it'll be two apps, but they'll give you access to both for one price.
Well, yeah, because what I could imagine is it's like, oh, okay, so. Because, like, how much is Marvel Unlimited right now?
I don't know.
It's more than $2 a month, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think it's like as much as like a freaking Netflix subscription, or
it might be. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Disney Plus, if they don't give you Marvel Unlimited for free, which they might, if they just said, oh, and you know what, $1.99 a month, and that's Marvel Unlimited on top of it.
Yeah.
You get Disney Plus Premium.
Yeah.
Which gives you Marvel Unlimited and something, I don't know.
Look at us, Disney.
Yeah.
Look at us, Disney. Who could sell this better than us? Come on.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, no, it's a good market because and the difference is that Disney is building its broad market, whereas Warner's is still doing niche. You say, go get your Boomerang, go get your Adult Swim, go get your Cartoon Network.
And I mean, I'm liking the Titans series on DC Universe, but it's like before it premiered, you weren't exactly sure, what it was. I mean, the characters, but you didn't know exactly what it was going to be. But it's like this Loki series. We've seen Tom Hiddleston play Loki in the movies. We kind of know,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say exactly what you're going to get because it could be, like I said, it could be a young Loki thing. It could be.
But the actor playing this.
Yeah, you know what the universe you're going into.
You know the quality of the performance, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think actually the statement that the universe you're going into it has a value too. Because let's face it, we don't know what universe this Titans exists in. We don't know if this is part of the Arrowverse, if this is part of the Supergirl-verse, if this is part of the Gothamverse. It could be the Gothamverse.
Is it its own thing? Yeah.
Yeah. You wait. They're gonna have our Harvey Bullock come in. So they're gonna put him in the old man makeup, man. We all wanted to see that. Everybody wants to see that. Okay. Everyone likes Bullock the best. That's the best thing in Gotham, and no one can ever argue that. Followed closely by Penguin.
I was going to say, we could bring the Penguin in, but give him the old makeup and maybe like one of those fake pregnancy pillows to give him the belly and stuff.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Or maybe he's an actor. He'll gain weight for the part.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah. But I mean, not for nothing. The Penguin, and when Burgess Meredith was a penguin, he wasn't a fat penguin. He was a slender penguin, just like Burgess Meredith was. So, no, I mean, but that's the thing is we don't know exactly what this universe is because DC is all about multiple universes, and it's weird because it's like every superhero gets their own universe, and even if they tie them together as like, oh well, this is we're related universes.
Mm-hmm.
It gets to that point where, like I say, it's the Graviton conundrum. It's like the reason why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't in Infinity War is they were fighting Graviton, and they actually saved the world before the Avengers screwed up their part of the job. Mm-hmm. Basically, the Avengers are the ones who dropped the ball. If you had Melinda May and Phil Coulson going up against Thanos, it's like Thanos doesn't get halfway through it. Because first off, Mac would have come in with the shotgun axe and just chopped off the hand. You just know it's like shot him in the face, chopped off the hand. There you go, shotgun axe. That's what it's for.
Out of the way, son of Cole.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. If they ever do that, and they do have a crossover with Mac and Mexico, you had an axe and you didn't just chop off his hand. I chopped off Phil Coulson's hand to save him. You can't chop off someone's hand to save the universe. Come on, man. Shotgun axe. That's all I'm saying. The Avengers should have fought Graviton.
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fought Thanos. Everybody's happy. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving right along. Let's see here. Oh, well, now we just mentioned the Penguin. And there was a big reveal in DC Comics this week where a young lady dies.
Batman 58. Yes.
Batman 58. The Penguin has a secret. Yep. And apparently his secret was...
You were saying wife. I don't know if they ever... I mean, you can assume...
No, they don't state it. But they... Yeah. They state that they show the adjoining plots with pre-presented tombstones.
Yes.
And they say that Penny Cobblepot is a wife, and it does say that was a beloved husband too. So,
she was much younger than him because according to this, he was born in 1970, and according to this, she was born in 1998.
Woo! Well, he likes them young.
So wait, she was 20?
Yeah, she's a 20. Well, she couldn't even drink.
Wow.
Yeah, well, or maybe she, it's first shot and she couldn't handle it. I don't know, man.
I mean, they haven't really revealed anything about her yet, but what, did he, like, knock up one of his cocktail waitresses or something?
Or maybe she just fell in love with her.
Maybe
it was true love, Phil. Why do you always have to be so cynical?
Well, I mean...
Fall in love.
I know I know the Penguin will probably be like, yeah, he was trying to protect her, but it's like, if he loved her so much and, like, nobody really knew about her except for, like, his henchmen.
Well, yeah, because you know what? Not for nothing. You're in that position. Look at Kingpin.
True.
You know, people go after his wife. People go after his.
Oh yeah, he don't want the FBI coming after her.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and not for nothing.
And as you said, this could be Dr. Manhattan interfering.
Yeah, because Dr. Manhattan's apparently like sticking his thumbs and everything now for reasons. It's like, I don't know, man. It's weird to me, just the whole. I mean, not for nothing. It just smacks of Franklin Richards level incompetence.
Well, like a bunch of us were talking about on the group chat today. It's like DC has all these, like, you know, they used to just like reboot every 20 years and start over fresh. Now they want like every continuity, every version of every character to count. So I think the easiest thing for DC found the easiest way was just like, yeah, Dr. Manhattan screwed up time and space. Now, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Everything's out there.
I mean, does that even work, though? I guess that's the thing. Is like, I guess my question is, does that even work? Because first off,
well, I mean, they still haven't explained the whole thing because, I mean, they first revealed this like 2 years ago. They're still dragging it out, and it doesn't help. Oh, yeah. Doomsday Clock only comes out like every other month now. And
we still don't even know who like 2 of the 3 Jokers are.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, oh, there's 3 Jokers. We'll get back to that. It's not a priority. You know, I mean, although I guess, and here's the weirdest thing about that is that apparently that the 3 Jokers is a mystery to Batman.
Yeah.
Because he sat in the chair.
Oh yeah, Metron's chair. Yeah, like the end of like New 52 Justice. Like
that's where he gets the 3 Jokers, and then he gets out of the chair. Says, what does that mean?
Well, because he asked the chair. He goes, "What's the Joker's real name?" And I guess the chair said something like, "Well, which one? There's 3 of them."
Exactly, but my point is like the chair. It has all knowledge. Wouldn't that be a point where like, well, let's do some follow-up questions? What do you mean, chair?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, you know, it's like, what century? It's like, oh, okay, well, so there's this kind of, like, could you be a little more specific, chair of workers?
But I'm trying to remember. I mean, it is a chair for the gods, unless like Batman's brain was gonna like burn out. Maybe he only had like a 1 shot at it. So, but that would be the next logical question. There's 3 Jokers. Okay, well, give me 3 names.
Yeah. So could you give me all 3 names? Then thank you. Okay. You know, I'm a detective. I can do this from there. And not for nothing, but like, who asks? Like, oh well, could you be more specific? I don't know, man. But no, and this was actually kind of a thing. You know, I read the Green Lantern.
Okay. Well, by Grant Morrison's Green Lantern #1. What did you think?
I liked the book.
Yeah.
I liked the book. You know what I really felt? It's like it was it felt very Silver Agey without being a Silver Age comic.
It seems like a throwback to like, earlier Green Lantern runs.
Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I even liked Hal Jordan. So I like Hal Jordan as like some kind of ne'er-do-well screw-up.
Yeah,
I like Green Lantern as Hawkeye. That's a pretty good take on it. I'd love to hear Lilith's thoughts on that. Green Lantern is Hawkeye.
Oh, no. If we have time, man, I'll see what she's done.
No, I mean, look at it. You think about how Hawkeye is normally written. And it usually is this sort of a cavalier, ne'er-do-well. Yeah, he's a circus kid, just like Dick Grayson. If Dick Grayson is all clean cut for a circus kid. Then again, his parents died in the circus, so you know.
Well, he had years with Bruce Wayne too. I mean, he
beat all the whimsy out of him.
I'm not saying all the circus is out of him, but like, until he lost his memory, he learned how to make himself look presentable. He's still swinging off chandeliers.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I like what Fabian said about him, which is, he's a performer, he's a circus boy, and I like that aspect of it. But we don't get much circus boy in Teen Titans. This is not what I've seen, or Titans from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, no.
Although when he is beating those people off, all I could hear as he was sitting there was going, staff meeting, staff meeting, staff meeting. So there's that. And I'm waiting for that recut of that scene, which is the Teen Titans Go voiceover over Titans. That'll be fun. Oh, I so want that for everybody now. It's just Teen Titans Go dialogue over the images from someone on the internet. Make that happen.
The scene ends with him just like, fart Batman!
Yes. Anyway, but it's interesting. But, yes.
I mean, yeah, I think I was reading somewhere Grant Morrison was saying, yeah, he wanted Hal, like, he's like, how does he put his Hal's like more rough around the edges. He's not like the clean whatever that they presented the last couple years. Because that got me thinking, because Jon Stewart is in Justice League right now. Kyle Rayner is going to be in the Titans book. Hal's here. Guy Gardner's nowhere to be found right now. So that's what I'm thinking. Right. Maybe that's intentional because Hal's kind of going to be like a blend now between himself and, how they portrayed Guy Gardner before.
I don't buy that at all. That's
okay.
Guy Gardner. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think Guy Gardner's ever been.
Hal's getting
Guy Gardner was never charming. First off, Guy Gardner was never charming.
Not the charming part, but the part that's like, oh, you want to fight? Okay, let's fight.
Well, yeah, except it's like, I don't know. I mean, look, first off, what I'll say is there's a difference between want to fight, let's fight, and hey, let's tussle. I think there's a difference between that Captain Kirk level of I'm gonna fight wherever I go, and some jerk who just fights wherever he goes. That's the thing. I mean, Guy Gardner is very much in the Flash Thompson mold of the old Flash Thompson.
It depends who's writing him. Sometimes, you can
redeem any character.
He could be the lovable jerk, and then on the worst writing, he's just a complete a-hole. Yeah,
I'm never a fan of the bowl cut, though. I don't think anyone's ever a fan of the bowl cut. I don't think.
No.
Yeah. A bowl cut ginger. That's really gotta make Lilith mad. A Green Lantern ginger.
Why does she don't like Guy?
Yes, exactly. But he's a ginger. It's like, they ruined gingers for her. Oh. Anyway,
but yeah, we're talking about Dr. Manhattan. The Guardians mentioned that something's tampered with the Book of Oa, which usually foretells stuff and past stuff. But yeah, what's that big blue dot in the middle there?
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping for something a little more mustache twirly on the part of Dr. Manhattan. And I guess he doesn't do mustache twirls anymore, but. I don't know. It's all like, the whole Dr. Manhattan thing. It's like, what if the Beyonder were boring?
Yeah, but I think it's a case of like they're dragging it out. So like all these other books, they're like all the writers probably know about it, but it's not their place to reveal everything. Everyone's probably waiting for Jeff John to finally get to it in Doomsday Clock.
Okay. But you know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I liked this story better when it was called Son of Ambush Bug. Do you remember Son of Ambush Bug, Phil?
No, I didn't read it.
Oh, okay. So here's this crazy idea about Son of Ambush Bug. What if there was an omnipotent being that went around monkeying with the DC universe because he wanted to improve it, make it better, and the only one who could defeat him was Ambush Bug, because Ambush Bug was the one character who knew he was fictional.
Yes. And
so the Interferer could never harm him because he could just walk through a panel and he'd come back and everything would be fine. And that's the way, I like it. And it was basically, essentially what it is Son of Ambush Bug was supposed to be a joke about the Beyonder.
Mm.
And it's like, haha, look at Marvel. They create an omnipotent being, and he comes in, and he just monkeys with these people's lives. Haha, what a silly comic booky idea. We'll deconstruct an ambush button. And now, some 20, 30 years later, DC's like, no, this is a really great idea. It literally, this is the only thing that can make this make sense is if at the end, as Dr. Manhattan's thing comes off, says, "Wait, you're not Dr. Manhattan at all." And he pulls off his mask and says, "You were the interferer the whole time."
No, jeez.
Because it literally is, gave Joni DC curves and everything, sexied her up. Those of you who don't know who Joni DC is, she was a character from Ambush. But no, and it just struck me that this is basically, they're just stretching it out over. They're taking Son of Ambush Bug and making it into a multi-year, multi-book event, and that's what you get. So pay $7.99, kids, and get the DCU because it's all there in black and white. I just felt that the whole thing was like, oh, Dr. Manhattan is. What's weird is that it's like, well, clearly we all get to say, oh, that's Dr. Manhattan. That's what the book about. Or, oh. And we go, okay. But it really doesn't affect anything in the story, per se.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping, I don't read the DC books, so I don't know what's happened here or there. So, when I actually first saw, the thing they were transporting, and they said I was thinking, oh, were they, transporting Dr. Manhattan's body or something? Because you see that little, there's, a case that was, human-shaped.
Yeah.
But it's the antimatter Green Lantern, which is that supposed to be like Hal Jordan, but, evil?
I'm not too familiar, but I think so. I think that was the whole point of that, why the Guardians were like, oh yeah, you've been on leave and stuff, because, I don't know, there must be some connection between that and the real Hal Jordan. And,
yeah. But it was also disappointing, because, when you get that tease, Dr. Manhattan is messing with the Green Lantern's origins, it's like, I want something concrete.
Yeah.
I want to say, and here is where I did this, and then this happened, and that's why Hal Jordan's now homeless.
Well, again, this is a very slow burn.
Burn. Yeah. No, it is a very slow burn, and not for nothing. $3.99 a book. I don't need a slow burn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I can read a Stephen King novel, and a Stephen King novel isn't this slow of a burn.
I know.
Actually, Stephen King novels, they just go on of just non-stop two-fisted action and adventure the whole time.
Yep.
That's why everyone loves Stephen King, because it's like you just read it and say, wow, this is, for a 5,000-page book, it's an amazingly exciting read. Yes. Stephen King writes very long books, but they're all good, You know what? It's very few people who can sell their soul to the devil and actually get a good deal out of it, so.
Cool. But no, before we run out of time, you said
we're running out of time. Shoot.
Well, no. I just don't know how long we're going. But how long you want to talk about it? But you said you read Immortal Hulk 8.
Yes. Oh man.
Speaking of green.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this, man. The Hulk killed a guy.
Yeah, but
not even accidentally killed a guy.
Yeah, but this guy. How evil is this guy?
I don't care how much Look. This was the one thing Hulk had.
I know, but the Hulk survived. But how would you feel if some guy dissected you and?
Well, except that we find out that this was what the Hulk wanted the whole time. This is all part of the Hulk's master plan
to test his limits and to see what his limits are, and stuff.
or to find out what his secrets were, or whatever. Yeah. And honestly, I am not comfortable with the Hulk because I make the point that the Hulk crossed the line.
But is this all laid at the Hulk's doorstep, or is Banner's dad being in there throwing a shadow on that?
You know what? As they say, at a certain point, you got to stop blaming your parents.
Well, literally, if it's not Banner's dad, it's some kind of entity. Is the entity kind of exerting an influence on the Hulk?
No, it's all Banner. Don't give me entities. Don't give me Hydra caps. It's no, There was no Cosmic Cube. There's no Dr. Manhattan in the Marvel Universe right now. You know?
Who says there's a Banner? Maybe he died when the Gamma Bomb went off. Maybe it's just been the Hulk deluding himself the whole time.
So it's the Hulk that thinks he's Banner?
Yes.
Maybe the Hulk is just a pan-dimensional demon that just so wanted to be human.
Maybe they pulled an Alan Moore Swamp Thing where he thought he had used to be a human, then they're like, no, you just have the memories of the guy who died. Yeah, no, you're just a complete plant creature.
Yeah, it was better when Steve Gerber did it. So
I know, but I
think we can all agree to that.
Yeah, but that was weird. The Hulk just like reformed himself around this guy. I'm like, did he like digest him or?
Well, yeah. I was like half expecting the guy to pop out when he turned back into human. In fact, when he like turns back into human, you see like.
I know.
Like a human body coming out. Yeah.
Well, that's the first thing when they were like, "Oh yeah, Banner has like a sick feeling," and it's because the Hulk killed a guy. But at first I thought they were going to be like, "Well, yeah, because he has another human body, another person inside him."
Yeah, and maybe they're going to do a cop out later where that guy actually isn't dead; he's just absorbed into the Hulkishness or something. But like I say, it was just one of these weird things where the Hulk killing a guy is a line he can't uncross, and it's a little unsettling. I do like the new Gamma Flight with Jackie McGee as the embedded reporter,
and Walter Lankowski, a depowered Walter Lankowski.
Yeah, well, why not? Yeah, it's all interesting, and the government lost the Hulk. Yeah.
Did you see the name of the doctor?
What's the name of the doctor?
Wasn't that another shout out to the series? I had it. Where is it? Isn't it Dr. Clive?
Clive again. Going back to the first, and they always refer to them as the first. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously they really liked that episode of with the original Hulk, yes. So Dr. Clive, yes. Yeah, I mean, obviously the guys writing this right now really love the Hulk series, and why not? But I think that, and not for nothing, I think there is a little bit of a betrayal in that, in having him kill the Hulk, because that idea that the Hulk can't kill because Bruce Banner can't kill, that's from the TV series. That's not from the comics. It was later adopted by the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that the Hulk can't kill, even accidentally, because Bruce Banner wouldn't allow himself to.
Yeah.
That Bruce Banner is still somewhere deep in the Hulk, and Bruce Banner is still in control.
Doing the math, yeah.
Yeah, and for the Hulk to actually actively kill a guy is something that I don't know. Honestly, that sits worse with me than freaking Hydra Cap. Because I feel like it's this betrayal of something about the character. And it's okay to say that Banner's filled with rage, and it's fair for everyone to say, who hasn't thought about killing someone at some point in their life. But thought and action are two different things.
Yeah.
And to have the Hulk be unmoored from the barrier between thought and action is disturbing about the character. Because, again, I don't know how you come back from that. I mean, that's the thing. And, of course, superheroes come back from it all the time. Wonder Woman certainly came back from it. Cap has come back from it lots of times. I mean, Cap has killed more people than most people in comic books. For a superhero, Cap, I mean, hell, during World War II, he killed people every day,
Yeah.
He straight up murdered, and he has said that many times. He's like, look, it was war, you killed people. That's what you do in war. Mm-hmm. And Hercules and Thor, they've all killed lots of people. But I think when you have something as your moral code not to kill, and then when you kill when you don't have to kill. And that's what it is. It's not like a building fell on someone. If a building fell on someone and someone died, and that was a story for the Hulk, that would be tragic. But the fact of the matter is, we all know people die during superhero battles.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. And, it is tragic, but it's also just part of life. And it's a different quality of murder than when you just murder someone, when you straight up murder someone. And this was a straight up murder by the Hulk. And like I said, unless they're going to do some kind of crazy bait and switch like they did the last couple times the Hulk killed someone. Because they've done oh my gosh, the Hulk actually killed somebody for once. And then they do a last episode reveal that, no, actually, that was actually a moloid that was gamma irradiated. It wasn't really the Hulk. That's the Hulk had no ears. Or the kid that was dead died like 6 months beforehand, and it was actually a plant to incriminate the Hulk. They've done that story before, but this is something very different, and it bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make me stop reading the Hulk, so, there's that, but it bothers me. It bothers me that they actually had the Hulk kill a guy. So, and it kind of reminds me of maybe, to go back, there's a Hulk episode called Never Give a Trucker an Even Break,
Mm-hmm.
Where at the end of it, it really looks like the Hulk just killed 2 people. And you're not quite sure, did the Hulk just straight up kill those guys? You walk away from it, and you think maybe he didn't. But these guys got really busted up bad. So you're like, it's probably like one of the worst Hulk busts people up you ever going to see. Fun fact about that episode, it used stock footage shot by Steven Spielberg that he got very mad that it got used.
Oh.
It was like an early film Steven Spielberg did. He did a lot of stock footage. And then Universal basically sold all of its stock footage. And it got used in this film. That actually didn't bother Steven Spielberg nearly as much as when it got used in a bunch of really B-rated films. But anyway.
Oh, I almost forgot, I was trying to think, what comics did you say you read? Spider-Geddon.
Spider-Geddon, yes, and I was actually going to get to that when I was talking about dropping buildings on people. Yeah! No, I mean, that was going to be my end, then I got distracted. Honestly, that Hulk book really affected.
I could tell.
Yeah, well, it was a little rough. It was a little rough there. Although I did like Frankenstein versus the World reference with the still beating heart in the train. Yes. But anyway, Spider-Geddon was really good. I mean, really, really fantastic. And I love Otto, of course, but I love the dynamics that they're building between the characters. And just this very basic question about when it's okay to kill. And I think it even goes into that very basic question with the Hulk, which is, this guy that the Hulk killed wasn't anyone that was a threat to the Hulk.
Even though he dissected him?
Because it didn't kill the Hulk.
Yes, but was this guy 100% sure it wasn't going to kill the Hulk?
Well, it doesn't matter what he thought. The Hulk knew he was fine.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, because clearly, as it said, the Hulk could get out at any time. Because he does the whole super snap, the glass breaks, everything falls apart. Because he can control all of his body parts, even though they're separate. So clearly, none of this was a threat to the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, you have this difference between superheroes never ever kill under any circumstances, and these are beings that will kill millions of people to kill us. We kind of have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And, and as I said from the start, locking them up on a planet that is slowly killing them isn't an excuse to say we didn't kill them. Honestly, it's a far more torturous death than if you just chopped off all their heads.
Mm.
And for what it's worth, we did get the reveal that the Norman Osborn Spider-Man is the one that will betray them. As opposed to Otto. Yeah. Yeah, shocking. You went and got a Spider-Man whose name was Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how this will go south for you, Otto.
Exactly. I love the interplay between Otto and Ben Reilly.
Well, yeah, because it is honestly it is kind of but why Otto doesn't like Ben Reilly?
Because he's a Peter Parker.
Well, but not only was he a Peter Parker, but he was a Peter Parker who showed that he was a scientific genius.
Yeah.
That showed that he could master any science and improve upon it, and that really what bothered Otto was that Ben Reilly was probably the superior Spider-Man.
Ooh.
If you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, it's like, oh, you're the Spider-Man, all the power, none of the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually Kane, I know, but it's the idea that he was a guy who had the powers and had the genius, and it was nothing Otto did.
Mm-hmm.
Otto certainly improved upon it and did his own thing, but you also always got to remember how much of Otto is just standing on someone else's shoulders. So that's the thing about Otto.
Was it this issue? Otto referred to himself as the master planner.
Yes, well, better a master planner than a master debater. Yeah, well, he does, he feels that he is the guy who's got a strategy. But, for what it's worth, he improvised his own strategy and did the right thing. He saved the other Spiders.
True.
And they used it as that moment to explore and gain more intel and whatnot. And cutting off the universe from other universes. That struck me as interesting because, as I've always said, that was always my theory about Mayday's universe. That's why it did not endure the what would they call that where the two universes collided?
Incursion.
Incursion. Yeah, that's why it had no incursions because Otto cut the web and separated that universe from the rest of the universes. But for what it's worth, only for a time.
Yeah.
That in time the web rewove itself, but in that time, that's why that universe got to exist and never got incursion. It's my headcanon. I will carry it to my grave. But I wish they were doing more with the other Otto Octopus, the other Dr. Octopus. What was it? Octavia?
Yeah.
Or something like that, or I forget what her name is. Betty Octavius. I don't know. I'm still waiting for her to be introduced as a regular character in the Superior Spider-Man series as Tolliver's sister.
Could be.
I really, honestly, I want to get past this Spider-Geddon just so we can get to the Superior Spider-Man storyline in San Francisco with Otto and Ms. Marconi and his new sister. My sister is visiting.
Let me look this up because I don't think we have too much longer to wait. Cause I don't know. I forget when Spider-Geddon even ends, but
yeah. Well, not for nothing. It's not like these inheritors seem like that big of a threat.
Yeah.
Honestly, these inheritors seem like the kind of threats that, at this point, if they just called Captain Marvel to incinerate them, they could. It's like, okay, they're really strong and powerful, but there's lots of people in this universe that are really strong and powerful. Maybe we just don't all have to be Spiders fighting them. Maybe we should. And not for nothing, since they have a real hard time like eating non-Spiders, wouldn't it be smart to get like a whole team of non-totem superheroes?
True.
To fight them?
Oh, Charlie.
Wouldn't that be like way smarter than being a Spider-Geddon? Maybe we should be everybody who's not a Spider-Geddon.
Well, guess when this releases?
What?
December 26th, man. To get a present the day after Christmas.
Oh, happy Boxing Day. Oh, for the new Superior Spider-Man?
Yep. Number 1 comes out December 26th. Yes.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to see him and Ms. Marconi work through their difficulties, man. Maybe they don't have a romantic relationship. Maybe it's just a camaraderie that will be a true friendship.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe, Lady Octopus finds a man. That'll be fun. That can be a romantic subplot.
There you
go. I'd like that. You want to talk about Infinity Wars? What was it? 5, 6, 7, 8?
5, I think.
Yeah, 5, yeah. Yeah, I haven't read a lot of these, so, it was kind of, I do jump in, but I do. Here's the thing. I like when you jump into a book without knowing what happened beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a real judge of how good the book is.
Yeah.
So, as an example, that Green Lantern book, I got no idea what's going on in the Green Lantern universe. Barely an idea what's going on in the DC universe, except that everyone's mad at Bendis for some reason.
But yeah, Green Lantern.
I really enjoyed
Green Lantern was like kind of a soft reboot, so you really didn't need to know anything prior.
Well, no, I mean, I think there's a lot of differences from any Green Lantern I've ever seen. I've never had traveling toy salesman Hal Jordan before, you know.
Oh, that's old. I forget. That's decades old. Yeah.
Oh, really? He's been a traveling salesman before? Oh, see, I did not know that.
I think that was before that's like before the original Crisis on Infinite Earth. Oh, yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, see,
no.
what you know.
Or maybe it might have been like
Doing
late 80s. Something. Yeah, it's a couple decades old, yeah.
Okay, well, how do I know? I don't know. But
I know.
It's not, what I'll say is it's not what is in the popular mythos of Green Lantern.
Yeah, no, it's like Grant Morrison's pulling stuff out of...
Yeah, but I loved it. I loved it because I'm coming into it and it's like, oh, this is a very different Green Lantern than I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. It's exciting. I may get the second Green Lantern book out of this. Nice. I've always been a sucker for the Green Lanterns. I'll be honest with you. You know? And so I enjoyed it. And I don't know what's going on in that universe, but you shouldn't have to. It's a comic book universe. You should be able to come in and not worry about, oh, okay, this is happening. You should just go in and say, okay, well, where are we going with this? What's the adventure? What's the story? Speaking of which, that was the end of Wolverine, The Long Night.
The twist on the agents, that's what I didn't see coming.
Honestly, yeah. No, I mean, I didn't see it coming either, but I didn't see Tony Stark's parents being nobodies. And it's like, just because you didn't see the twist coming doesn't mean it's a good twist.
Doesn't mean it should have been there.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, we're both LMDs?
The way they were talking, weren't they like advanced sentinels or something? Yeah.
Were they supposed to be? Well, they were part of the Weapon X project, which isn't the Weapon X a Canadian project? I don't know. All in all, it was like, first off, the whole story's told in flashback.
Yeah.
I don't think that works for radio. I do not think that works for radio. I think that it was and what's funny is I really enjoyed the one just before this, where things really got exciting.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like,
then,
okay, let me tell you what happened. Yeah,
here's the epilogue. You know, it was like, it was an epilogue before a climax, and so it was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
That said, you know, I'd probably give, if they gave Wolverine another, which they are, the long road, I certainly will give it a listen. Gambit's going to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you get ready for your bad Creole accents, kids, because it'll be the worst Creole accent you have ever heard. I'll guarantee.
All right, let's cut that off here, because I got an interview to
get to. Yeah, you got another stuff to do. Okay. Anyway, Phil, how can people find you? Yeah, scroll up.
All right, everyone. If you want to do interviews like the one I'm about to do, email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. You can find the Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES.
And, of course, always write to me at old-fashioned email way the way around possible and stay at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's super, all one word, at gmail.com. And, of course, follow me on the Twitters. There's a live for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, and all those other things at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. Look at the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
There we go. That's the show. Phil's got to go. We love you all. Thank you for connecting with us. Super connect with us again next week. Good night.
Good night.
Let the music play. Don't want to make you late for your interview, Phil. I know you've been excited about it.
I just don't want. I never like to keep a guest waiting.
No, you never should.
You can watch live if you want.
I may do so. I'll get a notification because I rung the bell.
Ding ding.
For quality.
Everyone else should too. For quality.